Hello and welcome to the final block on this, the third and final day of this Grand Prix being staged in Almada, just across the Tagus River from Lisbon. Almada is a city rich in history, stunning architecture, and an atmosphere that keeps visitors coming back time and time again. We're about to get underway with all the medal contests, the first of which is a bronze medal contest in the under 90 kilo category, which features Luri Mocanu of Moldova and Alex Kret of Romania. It'll be Mocanu in the white judogi and Kret in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Jose Ordonez of Honduras. And with commentary on this and all this evening's medal contest, it's former world champion Dennis van der Geest.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, the final day here in Portugal, and we have a really big crowd. Of course, they're waiting for their star, the Portuguese star Fonseca. We will see him later on in the final for men under 100 kilograms. But first, we will start with the 90s.
And it may not be that long, and I'll tell you why. We've seen quite a few Ippons today.
Yep.
So during the first 2 days, it could have taken time to get that far, but I think Fonseca's going to be on before people realise, and it is a good crowd, actually. And the one thing I've noticed, that is, I'm not sure if you've picked up on this, is they're knowledgeable. They're
Yep.
clapping, I mean, really, for you know, some special things that maybe other crowds will give a miss. But I noticed when L.A. Smith III was picking up his opponent, albeit it was a Portuguese one, they were giving a really, really good round of applause for sportsmanship and things like that, you know? So it may not be a big crowd, but it's a knowledgeable one, and they're quite vocal when the Portuguese on the mat. So, yep, when Mr. Fonseca takes to the mat, I think there'll be a good enough atmosphere in here. Anyway, we're about to get underway with the first of the bronze medal contests.
Let's hope that these athletes give the crowd where they come from for some good judo.
I suppose the disparity in some of the levels has led to a few of those big Ippons. Who did we see yesterday? Matthias Kasa. Kind of handing it out a little bit. Dennis Vieiro, he dished out a few Ippons as well. And also in the under 52 kilo category, Distra Krasnicki, she spanked a few of them. So it's made for good entertainment.
Yeah, especially the first few rounds. Here there's a, sometimes a real big difference in level. You have a number 238 fighting a number 20 of the world.
Well, Beriashvili, he dealt out a few, didn't he? With
big Uranages.
Won Jong-hoon.
Yep.
The first time round, he buried the Korean.
Oh, this can go both ways, but it's really difficult to throw the Moldovan with this Gage, because this Moldovan is really long, really tall. Mocanu. That's a good score. Ozari on the board. Great. Went in with the Ippon Seonage, but hooked also in with the leg to the other side.
Yeah, he went for that, didn't he? Had to go back on his heels to defend against that. All the weight was going in exactly the direction that Kret wanted to take him in. He got sold on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, there's half the contest still to come. He's not out of it yet. Yeah, there wasn't so much of a feint to for the Seonage at all, was there? It was a big hook.
No, it just hooked in his
and then straight back.
Yeah, his right arm, but
yeah,
it was directly to the back. But still, sometimes it just has to be like one small pull on an arm that could be enough to get the reaction to the other side.
Yeah, well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he did sell it to him then, and then I'll feel a bit better about having said that. Oh, almost. Krep really beginning to work him over now. Just the left leg to get freed. He's going to want to try and tie things up on the top half first. It doesn't look as though he's going to get that done now. And eventually the referee calls mate. Yeah, that was really nice and deep, wasn't it? Hook.
Yep.
In there for the gake. Trapped him. Couldn't get off that.
The way to do it, because his opponent is so much taller that it's really difficult to throw him to the front to fill the gap. For example, with a shoulder throw, or you have to dive in, but straight into those Aikomi. He already showed us a few times in Newaza that he was the strongest, not only standing but also in the groundwork. So this is the way to finish this bronze medal contest. Wazari on the board afterwards. Good Newaza. No doubt who was the strongest in this fight.
That was pretty non-stop, wasn't it? Right from the get-go. Action in that one.
Yeah, I like it when the transition is there. So your opponent still is defending from a Tachiwasa situation. You're already thinking ahead, like, okay, we're going to be on the ground and then I have to do this and that, and it just continues.
Yeah, he got his preparation right for that transition, and by the time they got there, there was very little that his opponent could do to stop him. Got past the leg fairly easily. But he'd worn him down from the first exchange on the ground as well. Good start to the final block. Well, for Kret anyway, he'll be happy with that. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up for you now. Imeda Gogoladze of Georgia goes up against Komranchuk Ustapirion of Tajikistan. It'll be Gogoladze in the white judogi, Ustapirion in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Gostini Balash of Hungary. Here's Dennis.
Ustapirion today arrived in the venue as the highest ranked. Lost his semi-final against Christian Parlati from Italy, normally fighting 81s, but now in the final under 90. So the Georgian we've never seen in a final block.
No.
This is his second Grand Prix. So unexperienced. That's something we cannot say about his opponent, who already won a few Grand Prix.
Just a single slip today from Ustapirion.
Yeah, but against Parlati, that's not... yeah, he was in good form also today.
Yeah, it was a very good contest. I enjoyed watching that.
Ustapirion is an experienced fighter with a lot of medals that he won, but one time I think he was close medaling at the World Championship, but it's not that strange that he loses a fight like that. He's trying to do the strangle, but let go of the lapel. There will be a Shido for the Georgian, walking out of the contest area. Too easy. The pressure was there from Ustapirion, but he had all the time to rotate to the left or to the right. Complete control of the right arm of the Georgian by Ustapirion, and the Georgian is not really trying hard to break that grip. Looks like, well, yeah, he looks like at his hand now. Yes, well, that's the sleeve. Just let it go, please.
He's a good head, taller than Ustapirion, isn't he, Gogoladze? Hasn't yet been able to use that to his advantage. Those longer limbs, slightly untidy effort with the Sutemi was, but straight on to the arm and attempting the Jujigatami. Ustapirion lifts his opponent off the tatami and the referee calls. Mate wasn't able to apply the arm lock from that position. But I now notice that it's a pattern with Gogoladze. I was looking at the fact that some of the entries into the Sutemi waza were a little bit untidy, but they're partly to create the opening for following up with that Jujigatami effort, because he was onto it so quickly. Quite clearly he knows that if that doesn't come off, then he's going to go straight onto the arm. Ustapirion will have to watch for that. A little over a minute left to go.
Yeah, and you can see in the Kumikata that Ustapirion wants to have a gap in between, not getting too close to his opponent. Every time when the Georgian grabs him on the back or close by, he breaks the grip.
Yeah, and Gostini Balash, the referee, noticing that now. I think he gave him the benefit of the doubt the first time round, but just saw that he was just crushing that sleeve down and not doing anything with it. By all means, take the strong grip, but then you've got to put it to good use. Almost did there with a little ashiwaza.
But every time breaking the grip of the left arm of Gogoladze, it goes a bit too easy. I think the Georgian has to fight a bit harder for his Kumikata.
He may be in the learning phase of Kumikata, and it's Ustapirion who's giving him a bit of a lesson here. Just how important it is to get that right. Just beginning to step things up. Another attack would have been useful, but they went to ground, and it was Gogoladze who managed to come up with an attack on the ground, but that didn't count because he's picked up a penalty for passivity. So Ustapirion getting busy just at the right time and for long enough for the Georgian to pick up a second Shido as we come toward the end of regulation time, just 7 seconds left on the clock. We're going to get a period of golden score, Dennis.
Yeah, well, golden score it is. It's difficult for the Georgian to come close to Ostapirion. Every time he breaks the grips, opens up. You know, now he's a bit close, trying to get as close as possible to his opponent.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that looked that threatening apart from the Yoko Sutemiwaza from Gogoladze. And he's going to need a little bit more than that if he's going to get past Ustapirion. Ustapirion looks solid.
Yep,
on his feet.
Well, he rules the Kumikata every time. Here again and again.
Yeah, he knows that he's just a Shido away from a win now as well. Just looking busy, looking like the dominant fighter, and just closing Gogoladze's attacking options down.
But Gogoladze also needs too much time to launch one of his attacks.
Gogoladze is showing the referee something to do with his hand, and the referee said, yeah, keep going. Well, it's not up to Ustapirion to like those attacks. Oh, but it may have been.
Oh, he already celebrating.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's also a bit for the crowd, you know, like, yeah, well, maybe it helps.
And then it was just for Gogoladze to tidy his gi up.
And again, the shoulder throw, that's the score. Wasari Ustapirion is the one who wins the bronze medal after 5 minutes, a bit more than 5 minutes of fighting. He had a game plan, and that's what he did from the first second on, breaking the grip of Gogoladze, not letting the Georgian come close. And every time when he felt that he was in a bit of danger, he jumped underneath with the shoulder throws. And the last one here for the Wasari was so deep that the Georgian, well, made a 360 turn.
Yeah, the term that we use to describe that kind of performance is workmanlike. You had to put in a workmanlike performance there to get past Gogoladze without actually coming up with.
You see how deep he was in. He was behind his opponent, so he just had to pull with 2 arms on this on the sleeve of the Georgian,
right through him.
So a medal for Tajikistan.
Yes, another country to go on the medal table, and it's been really well spread out, hasn't it? I think today we'll get a country with a second gold medal, because up to now the gold medals have been shared between 9 different countries. We come now to the final of the under 90 kilo category. Christian Parlati of Italy goes up against Jesper Smink of the Netherlands. It'll be Parlati in the white judo gi, Smink in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is David Fuentes. of Australia. I think it's David. I mean, Australians always say David, but there's the temptation with Fuentes to think that it's a bit Spanish, isn't it, sounding? I'll ask him.
David,
yeah.
Fuentes.
Did we used to say David Alazar or David Alazar? David Douillet or David Douillet?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think this is a good question tonight in the bar.
yes, that's a bar question, isn't it? As opposed to live on air. I'll leave that then. That's not going to occupy us until later on. We're going to concentrate then on this final. And it was Parlati who earlier on during the day put out Gosh Roland, the number 4 seed, and then he accounted for Machanu, the Moldovan.
Parlati, one of the best fighters in the 81 kilogram category. And for me, the last 2 days, I saw a few people doing this ouchigari on the knee. So one knee and then hooking the ouchigari in. And the first one I saw who did this was Parlati. It's a really nice attack, but I know for sure Jesper Smink also knows that this is one of his favorites.
Forgot to mention that Parlati also accounted for Konracho Ustapirion in the semi-final. So a good day up to this point. See how he handles Jesper Smink.
Well, the first moments in this final are for Jesper Smink. Looked really strong with his right-handed grip. Tries to place his right arm. Putting a lot of pressure on the Italian.
Parlati was not impressed with that penalty.
No, he thought like, but yeah, well, it's gone. Shido is off the board.
Yeah. I was I wasn't against the idea, to be honest. Either for passivity or avoiding to take a grip.
Well, you saw Jesper Smink try to get the right arm in the position, and it was Parlati who was defending quite clear.
The difficulty with that is it's almost as though he gets a reset for the passivity cycle. So it now would be 2 or 3 more attacks from Jesper Smink in order for him to get one. Whereas if he left it just that little bit longer, he'd probably picked it up now. Oh well. Half the contest gone. Thought about the right arm around the body. Still there. Smink having to deal with that slightly unorthodox grip and almost went over.
Well, the game plan for Smink is quite clear. He wants to have the right arm The sleeve.
That was a great shot there.
Yeah.
Smink, by the time that he got to ground, was almost dizzy. He'd been turned around so much.
And landed on his side. There he has the sleeve again, right hand on the neck, yes. Ippon is given, but I think they will change it to Wazari.
Yeah, I think so. He's just done that now.
Wazari it is. But also time for Smink to work on the ground. He's on top. This is the moment that a coach will say something like, look busy.
Yeah.
Let the second stick away. And you also, well, this was a moment for Parlati to
get
roll,
up.
Yeah, to roll out of this situation, to roll. But I think he is already, yeah, he gave up.
Yeah, and I think in those sorts of situations, it's up to the athlete who wants to get up to get up. You know that your opponent is going to try and, you know, burn some of the clock on the ground. You've got to get out of there. And it didn't look as though Parlati
really was trying.
Was trying that hard anyhow.
It's Jesper Smink from the Netherlands who wins the gold medal.
Good one.
Well, I think a really good tactical plan. And he stick to the plan from the first second on.
We never once saw Parlati come up with that Ochigari.
No, one time is Osotogari on the side.
Osoto, yeah, but not the the low Ochi.
Well, and here he tried it the second time. But you saw that he did not have any control of the upper body. Jesper Smink was completely strong from the upper side. Look, here he goes in with the Osoto, countered.
Immediately.
Yeah, good game plan. Well executed. And this first gold medal in a Grand Prix, after winning 4 bronzes.
We come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 78 kilo category. Inbar Lanier of... Oh, sorry, I jumped a bit there. It's Emma Reid of Great Britain. She's up against Lee Jong-hun of the Republic of Korea. It's Reid in the white judogi, Lee in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania. We'll wait a little bit for Lanier and Pakut. Lee, a little bit speculative with that drop. Didn't move Reid at all, so the Korean picks up the penalty for that false attack.
Emma Reed surprised me in Abu Dhabi last year, winning a gold medal at a Grand Slam.
Surprised a few people.
Yep. But here she is again fighting for a medal.
Is he going to go again? The difficulty for Lee is that she's attempted those two low seoinagis when Reed has had the strong grip. Well, that's what, you know, the referee's got in mind here. You're under pressure and you're not really looking to come up with an attack. You're more looking to get out of that that grip. So that's why she's picked up those two penalties. Reed
she stood up quite fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So dropping on their knees, standing up again, and sometimes I think if you do this, jump on your knees, but stand up in like a split second, maybe then it's better to just continue.
Reed picked up a penalty for passivity. He's just to step things up a little bit.
Yeah, like this. No, she tried to enter with the seoinage, but stood up again. But we've seen Reed also that she's quite strong in the newaza. But she did not have the control of the arm. So it was not possible for her to make something out of it. That's a good attack.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's enough. Rosari on the board with this Katakaruma on one side. But now in trouble, but I think she's just enough on her side. Can she roll out?
Well,
only the sleeve, no. So
yeah, two options there. Either the Osai Komi or the arm lock, and then you...
yeah, the arm lock was not possible because she was so much on the side already that you don't have... You have to have the control of the armpit or the elbow.
So that had gone. Minute 20 left to go.
Yeah, and this is a difficult situation for Lee because with the two Shidos on the board, she cannot just jump with those shoulder throws. She already picked up 2 penalties for that.
She's going to have to end up scoring again.
This was just good enough. She also walked out of the area for the contest area for a short moment. This is also good enough. And that's also frustrating for Reed. Gets another penalty.
Time off the clock now with this attempted Sangaku turnover. Reed gets to stand up and the referee will call mate. A little over half a minute left to go.
She just needs too much time. Every time when she has the grip, then she has to make an attack. If she waits 2-3 seconds longer, the Korean will jump underneath, and every time it's just good enough
for an attack.
Yeah. You cannot give her a third penalty for attacks like this.
Yeah, because your opponent has to defend it. Yeah. Oh, and that was the one that you're talking
what
about.
I said. Yeah, just
quick
stand
enough,
up.
Yeah, and get on with it. Yeah. Last roll of the dice here for Emery. Got to make something happen in this action. And that was a strong enough effort, left-sided as well.
It's Lee who wins the bronze medal. And the right winner, I think she made, well, maybe not the best attacks, like, but 20, 30 attacks, and one was good enough for a score. The Kata on the right leg of Reed. We will see it for sure in the highlights. That last hop made it, Luke. 1, 2, hop. That was just enough to make it a Wasari.
Yeah, everything about the top half meant that that was wrapped up. Couldn't get off that. It's just a question whether, as Dennis says, that hop and that push was going to be enough to bring Reed down onto her side, and then it was. Just there. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Inbar Lanier of Israel goes up against Beata Pakut of Poland. It'll be Lanier in the white judogi, Pakut in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Raul Camacho of Spain. Eight and 9 on the world ranking list.
Yeah, Lanier had, after the Olympic Games where she competed, had a real strong ending of 2021 with 3 medals. Medaled at the Grand Slam in Paris with a bronze, Baku a silver, and in Abu Dhabi again a bronze. So that always also explains why she is that high on the ranking. The fun part is that she already won 5 medals at a Grand Slam, 4 bronzes, 1 silver, but never medaled at a Grand Prix.
Wasn't she part of that? Oh, that was quick.
That's a good start, and straight into the hold down.
10 seconds is all she needs to hold. And it looks as though that's happening.
So this is the first Grand Prix medal for Lanier. Winning after 22 seconds.
I was going to say, wasn't she part of that?
Bronzeman? No, apparently not.
Yeah, because I thought we'd see some record of that. She fought under 70 kilos, didn't she? Or 78? Well, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that she did not compete, no.
Yeah. Because her teammate, I think Hershko, who fought in the plus 78, well, that's plus 70, isn't it? She would have taken that spot. So maybe that's why.
That was, for me, the best team effort.
Incredible.
Of course, also the France in the final, of course, but they had so much big stars in their team. But this bronze medal for Israel at the Olympics, they really went for it.
Left-sided, not sure if that was the strongest side, but she was strong enough to keep hold of this morning's #1 seed, wasn't it? Beata Pakut. Did she not come in here as the #1 in the category?
I like the way she sticks her foot to the foot of her opponent and never let go.
Sticky foot.
Yeah, sticky foot. Yeah, well, it really is.
David McFall, one of our commentary colleagues who's quite often with us in Japan, he liked that term, sticky foot.
Yeah, you feel the foot to your foot, and then you pull up your foot, and the foot of your opponent stays there. Yeah.
Haji Akondaze, the Iranian, he had that sticky foot. He just used to hop it through. Right, we come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Yoon Hyun Ji of the Republic of Korea goes up against Alice Balandi of Italy. It's Yoon in the white jersey, Balandi in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Elizabeth Gonzalez of Mexico. Crowd getting into it as well. You know a little bit about getting crowds going, don't you, Dennis? Even Dennis getting into it.
This was the tune when we were doing the Europe Cup with our team. So if I hear this song, then
memories come flooding back.
I want to grab my judo gi. Well, not really.
Well, just for a moment anyway.
Yeah, well, it's gone now.
Dust it off and then hang it back up.
Yoon from the Republic of Korea, Balandi for Italy.
We've been talking about the moving from one category to another, you know, different athletes at different times, and Alice Balandi has decided, oh, I'm going to give the under 78 kilo category a go. Why not?
Yeah, is this only for now, or is this something for the next few years? Balandi is, of course, the #1 in Italy, under 70 kilos.
Yeah, it could be that it's just for this tournament, but I don't see her as being someone who wouldn't find her feet here in the under 78 kilo category. She might be quite a handful.
Yeah, and also in the 78 kilo category, the Italian team does not have a real strong competitor.
Might decide it's a good time to go now and prepare over the next, say, 2 years for a stab at Paris in 2024. Having already enjoyed a run out in Tokyo.
Yeah, sure. 7th place.
Might be looking to improve on that next time round. Looking for her first Grand Prix gold medal. She has been in a Grand Prix final before. That was back in 2019 in Tel Aviv. As Dennis said, you know, most of her work was done at under 70 kilos, so new to this weight category.
We're gonna watch it one more time. We will see it in the replay as well. A Shido for Belandi. Yeah.
Koreans in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like Japan, isn't it? The same thing.
Yeah, well, there's one solo Korean artist there.
High-pitched screams.
Yeah, the high notes.
Yeah.
Hitting the high notes. With this multiple sutami attempt.
Yeah, her other job is a soprano during the week at the Opera House. Oh, just a stretch a little bit too far, that one. Almost got taken back. Belandi. 40-odd seconds left to go. 2 penalties picked up by the Italian.
Yeah, and
one to the Korean.
Yeah, and Jon looks good.
Time running out. Well, regulation time anyway. And we are going to have a period of golden score. Just wait for the clock to reset. And we're back underway. Oh. Yeah,
the score is there, and well, yeah, you saw the light go out with Belandi the last 2 minutes. It was Jon who was getting closer and closer and closer to score.
Well, it certainly went out there. Hadn't yet switched on after the reset for the golden score period.
Good win from Jon. Gold medal for Korea.
Yeah, it'll take a while for Belandi to be a force in the under 78 kilo category, but I think that she can be competitive right away, and you've seen that by her making it into the final in her first outing at the weight category. So I think that's a promising sign, and given her skill level in the lower weight category, and the fact that she looks as though she can carry that weight a lot better. It's a matter of time before she stops, flying and does the throwing. But got caught there.
Well, this was a bit of flying. Great throw by Jon. Well, the belt was that high that she grabbed below the belt, but
yeah, got herself into a little bit of a mix there and a bad position, and Yoon was able to take full advantage of it, come up with a crunching winning score. Not quite as crunching as Beriashvili, who we're going to see fairly shortly. But before we see that, we're going to have the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony for the men's under 90 kg category.
Senhoras e senhores, sejam bem-vindos à entrega de medalhas da categoria masculina de menos 90 kg.
The medals are being presented by the Director General of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Vlad Marinescu. The first of the bronze medals goes to Komradsho Ustopirioren of Tajikistan. There's a bronze medal also for Alex Kret of Romania. Silver medal goes to Christian Parlati of Italy, but the gold medal goes to Jesper Smink of the Netherlands.
Prize money will be presented by the President of the Portuguese Foundation for Sports, Mr. Paulo Prix.
We were talking earlier on about the number of countries that had won more than one gold medal. Well, Korea did that first, didn't they? Picking up 2, and the Netherlands have just joined them on 2. And now the national anthem of the Netherlands. Ustopirion and Kret were the bronze medal winners. Parlati it was who took the silver, and the gold goes to Smink of the Netherlands. Coming up next, we've got the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. It'll be Georgi Beriashvili of Georgia to go up against Marko Kumric of Croatia. Beriashvili in the white judogi, Kumric in blue. The referee in the middle for this one will be Val van Nester of Belgium. And this morning it was Kumric who came in as the number 3 seed. Beriashvili up in the top half of the draw was unseeded, eventually losing out in the quarterfinal to Jorge Fonseca of Portugal before he went down into the repechage contest where he defeated Joris Agbegninu of France. That's put him up against Beriashvili. And here come the 2 fighters.
Yeah, and if you have some time to
re-watch a few fights, what you can do on the IGF side, of course, the ipon.org. You can see that Beriashvili is quite good in throwing people with big urinages, especially the one against Won, the Korean. For me, one of the biggest throws here that I've seen in Portugal these days was today in his first fight.
Yeah, so just on the edge of my seat waiting for Beriashvili to launch here. He's playing the patient and waiting game at the moment.
This opponent is a bit taller. Changes from left to right stance now.
Well, we've had a minute and a half yet. We haven't seen anything from Beriashvili, to be honest.
Nope.
Waiting for an opportunity, but can't just be standing there doing nothing and expect to get away with it. He doesn't. Val van Nester gives him the Shido for passivity. Maybe that will get him going, gee him up a little bit.
But you can see that Kumrich is also a bit, well, how do you say it?
Reluctant.
Yeah, he doesn't want to throw in a big Haragoshi or something
Yeah.
too early in the match. Cautious.
Cautious,
With this,
yeah.
cautious with the way he's holding his opponent, trying to keep a bit of a gap in between.
Minute and a half left to go. Single Shido against Beriashvili. Still waiting for the Georgian to get going.
Oh, that was nice. Wazari scored. And is this the whole
does.
down as well? Can Kumrich get out of this situation? Almost out.
Shoulder still trapped.
10 seconds, so it's Wazari Abazeti upon Beriashvili wins the bronze medal.
Yeah, it took him a while to get going, but when he did, it was still exciting. Okay, Georgi Beriashvili.
Congratulations. Bronze medal goes to Georgia.
Well, he gave us enough entertainment early on, didn't he?
He did.
Beriashvili, and he finished off well.
Good foot sweep. Straight into the hold down. Good contact with his chest to the shoulder of his opponent.
You can see the highlights of this bronze medal contest on the screen.
Acompanhamos os melhores momentos deste combate de transmissão da medalha de bronze no ecrã gigante.
some of the highlights from this bronze medal contest. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up shortly. That features Adil Karimli of Azerbaijan. He'll be up against L.A. Smith III of the United States of America.
Multiple Grand Prix entries. He's finally there. The final block, fighting for a medal.
Chance for a medal. The referee in the middle for this one is Hisham Mesbah of Egypt. 68 against 49. Well, let's hope that he's done some homework on his opponent and how to approach him. Because earlier on in the semi-final, when Smith faced Fonseca, it didn't look as though he had done any homework.
No. Walking towards Fonseca with your right arm out in the first few seconds in a fight, that is then you're asking for trouble. And that was what happened, because Fonseca threw him quite easily. But then again, after 19 times fighting a Grand Prix, his best result was the 7th place. This is his first moment that he actually fights for a medal.
Already given up the back, managed to break that off. He goes again.
Yeah, Karim Lee is not going to give a present.
No, and he had some nice throwing skills earlier on, Karim Lee, so it's a tall order. The referee decides that he's seen enough in that first 45 seconds. Nothing happening. And they both pick up.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Penalties for passivity. Yeah.
Smith. Yep.
Again, every time around the back. Third or fourth time that Karim Lee has been around the back.
For the American, it's important that he places his right hand a little bit better. It's too easy for Karim Lee every time to reach the back of his opponent.
Left or right. Hasn't been able to stop him there.
Now he has the lapel grip, so this looks a little bit better for Smith.
Has to come up with an attack here, just to stay ahead of the game. Doesn't want the referee to call mate now and then hand them both passivities.
To
There's
the
a
other
good
side,
score.
that's the shoulder throw. Wazari on the board. We were waiting for his Uchimata, but he changed direction to the other side.
Might be Ippon.
Left Seonage. The referee will look if it's Wazari or Ippon. Two minutes and 15 seconds is still a long, long time.
Way too long.
Yeah, I know. The moments like this is, oh, you're hoping, like, please make it an Ippon. Then it's done. I have my medal.
Yeah, it is.
They change it, Ippon. It's his first medal at a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
After so many attempts.
"19 attempts in Grand Prix, 14 attempts in Grand Slams, 33
entries, and
now a bronze medal.
That's, how do you say, when you take a long, long breath or something, you know? That's what he did. and finally it's there.
Well, I've got no doubt that there are tears at home for Mum and Dad watching. Congratulations.
L.A. Smith the third, well, third it is.
Yeah, and he's
bronze medal for him. You know, and for me it's every competitor can win, and but if somebody, I see him fighting so many years, and I see he has some good skills, but every time he loses somewhere, never into the final block. And now with this great left seonage, scoring an ippon, winning a bronze medal for the United States of America.
Well, he lost to Fonseca in the semi-final. Nikiforov, he's lost out to Kyle Reyes. I'm just looking at some of the losses that he's had. Peter Palchik, Arman Adamian, Niaz Bilalov.
Yeah, I mean,
Haga, Ryansuke of Japan.
Most of the time he's giving them quite hard. Well, Fonseca was not that hard this time, but I've seen him fighting higher leveled fighters, and he really gave everything, or gives everything every time. But so that's why I really like it that he goes home with a medal.
He gets his reward, right? We come now to the final of the under 100 kilo category. Jorge Fonseca of Portugal goes up against Daniel Eich of Switzerland. It'll be Fonseca in the white judogi, Eich in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiu of Romania.
The star of Portuguese judo, Fonseca, the showman he is. I know for sure he loves this. A crowd cheering for him.
Daniel Eich, a mountain to climb. Not only Fonseca, but he's got the crowd against him. Well, if not against him, they're with Fonseca. Let's put it that way.
Well, at least he did his homework. You saw this with his first 2 attempts. That's what Fonseca always does. That was close.
Yeah. Every movement that Fonseca makes is being cheered on by the home crowd. He's just got to...
Well,
he's had a harder time with the referee than he's had with his opponent.
Oh, what a celebration.
Pretty explosive.
What a showman it is.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you can think maybe there will be people who don't like. Well, I love it. Yeah. Look at him dancing now, and the crowd loves it. Best feeling there is winning a gold medal in your own country.
Okay.
I missed moments like this, man.
Yeah.
A crowd going wild.
This is the victory of Tokyo Olympic Games bronze medalist and 2-time world champion,
Oh, the lift was big. You saw he came in, but then he lifted his opponent up. Here, look, there. You saw the lift? That's good. That's some explosion. Yeah. And of course, maybe the referee says like, okay, make the
bow first.
Yeah. But if you throw somebody for a nippon like this in a final in your own country,
it's hard not to let loose.
No.
And the other thing is, I mean, there wasn't anything disrespectful toward his opponent. He's just celebrating it, you know.
Yeah, with the crowd.
With the crowd. I mean, you can say a little bit too much, but as Dennis has just said, it's at home, the tension is high, expectation is, you know, going off the scale. And it's just release of all that emotion.
And it was still quite early in the match, so he had enough energy to to be happy like this.
I mean, he doesn't take his jacket off and swing it around his head or anything stupid, as we've seen before. We've got the awarding ceremony for the women under 78 kilo category coming up now. The medals are being presented by the head of the Division of Federation of Sport of the President of the Portuguese Institute for Sport and Youth. Really? Well, that didn't work out, did it? It's Catarina Rodriguez who's presenting the medals, and the first of the bronze medals goes to Inbal Lanier of Israel. There's a bronze medal also for Lee Jong-un, the Republic of Korea. Silver medal goes to Alice Balandi of Italy. The gold medal goes to Yoon Hyun-ji of the Republic of Korea.
Prize money will be presented by the sports counselor for Almada Municipality, Mr. Felipe Pacheco. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem, Republic of Korea.
Now the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
Yeah, for me, a final like that, if I have to wait hours and hours looking at not so good judo,
it's worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests.
That sounded quite emotional.
No, it's okay. Coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contest in the plus 78 kilo category. Sarah Adlington of Great Britain goes up against Amasaikan Adiyasuren of Mongolia. It's Adlington in the white judogi, Amasaikan in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is David Fuentes of Australia. Mongolians have got their own cheering squad, haven't they? The rest of the team in there, and
yeah, they're with the big team here.
Yeah, a collective shout for Amasaikan. Just that little bit shorter than Adlington. Mongolians are the ones who've missed out on having a real high quality super heavyweight for women. They've had men in the past who've been up there and roundabout. I say miss out because we're talking about in Asia, Japan, China, and Republic of Korea managed to produce some good heavyweights, super heavyweights. Given that they've had such success with the men's program, I want to see that translate to the super heavyweight women, because they've had quite a number of successful lighter weight women: 48, 52, 57, 63, 70 and 78. Just a super heavyweight that they haven't really come away with. Sedef Tsurin at 63, Naranjagul at 70, and then 78. It was also another useful fighter. She finished a few years ago, and then of course Dord Surin and Munkbat, plenty of them.
And to be honest, she's not looking that heavy.
Yeah. Odku maybe was the last super heavyweight that they had. Adlington looking to go left-sided, arm around the waist there, just pushes Amasaikan away. Just single Shido against the Mongolian. Half the contest gone. Haven't quite got the same kind of cheering team for the British fighter. Maybe Emma Reed's up there somewhere, I don't know, cheering Adlington on. Left-sided effort, but no hands. And Adlington collapsed. Again, she's managed to get the left arm around the back, on the hip. Or that's where she wants to put her, up onto that left hip.
Yeah, how far do you want your left arm to be? Until you have the feeling, okay, now I have the right grip to launch this hip throw.
Yep, just off the competition area for too long. And picked up Bushido, half a minute left to go.
The pressure on now. Adlington just dropped on her front. So I think this will be a second Judo for her.
Yep. With just a few seconds left to go, we're going to need a little bit of extra time here, Dennis, to sort this one out. It wasn't the big group of athletes in this weight category. It was the only one, to be honest, the only weight category that was a little bit, I was going to say light, but may not be the best term to describe the super heavyweights.
No, not literally. But Amar Saigan from Mongolia is growing in this bronze medal contest. She's getting more and more control of her opponent, who is in a difficult situation again here. I don't know why she is not rotating out of this situation, because with 2 Judos on the board, this is not the place where you want to be on the contest area. If you step out now, it's over. So just turn around.
Amar Saigan knows that.
Score.
No.
Hold down.
Hold down, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, she had to think of it like, okay, well, just hold her down. There was Ari on the board, so it's already over because we were in golden score, but she holds her down for 20, and that's Ippon. It's the Mongolian who wins the bronze medal.
Yeah, there was a delayed call of Osaikomi as well. So it's Amar Saigan Adiyasuren of Mongolia who takes the first of the bronze medals in the plus 78 kilo category. We're going to put our broadcast team to the test now to unearth some highlights from that one.
Yeah, this final attack was good from Amar Saigan. What I said just before, you saw that she was getting into this fight. The first few minutes was more Adlington, who still had the strong grip with the hand on the back, but it was more and more the Mongolian who came into this fight, and I thought this was maybe already close to a score, but straight into the hold down. Yeah, it was not a continuous move, so that's why they did not give the score. There's the push, and there's the hold down.
She tried to stay off her back for as long as possible, but the push was too much.
Yeah, and still good control there of the sleeves. And then the left arm around the back, holding her down for 20 seconds, and that was enough for the bronze medal for Mongolia.
We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up. Ivana Maranic of Croatia goes up against Marit Kamps of the Netherlands. The referee in the middle for this one is Elizabeth Gonzalez of Mexico. I have to tell you, however, that earlier on Ivana Maranic picked up an injury and she's not going to be able to take part. Therefore, Marit Kamps of the Netherlands is going to come out and take the bow, and that's good news for the Dutch coach, who didn't have to warm up Marit Kamps because he was absolutely spent of energy after Jesper Smink. So kind of worked out for him in that way.
Yeah, you saw him after the warming up. Yeah. Well, that worked out also very well because Jesper Smink won the gold medal. And another medal for the Netherlands, this bronze medal. It's a shame that we don't see the fight, but well, it's a combat sport and injuries, something that can happen.
So we're going to move quickly to the final of the plus 78 kilo category. Kim Ha-yoon of the Republic of Korea goes up against Stacey Bastarod of France. It's Kim in the white, Judogi Bastarod in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Raul Camacho. Crowd still hanging on for some action from the super heavyweights. Well, they've got one contest in the women's super heavyweight. That's this final coming up now, Kim and Bastarod, and then we've got the two bronze medals in the final for the super heavyweight men. And I think we will get some good action from all three contests. Good matchups in the lineup that we've got for you. Well, here comes Stacey Bastarod. And there's Kim Ha-yoon. Bastarod has got her hands full with Kim Ha-yoon. This is no newcomer to the circuit.
No, and Bastarod is 26, but of course France always has good heavyweights, and so she's not the number one or the number two
or
France.
3 or 4.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, there's a few of them.
Yep.
Oh, was that against the arm, I wonder? Have a look.
Oh, this is, yeah, well.
Oh, she doesn't, you know, it's standing.
Tatami, yeah,
but she doesn't go to the ground with her.
No, but why does she?
Yeah. And now Kim, all of a sudden,
has
feels
trouble.
The pain.
Yeah, but okay. Well, this is what happens.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
But you know, if you do it like slowly or something, or with a bit of, yeah. But she really
she whacked it on, yeah. Kim embarrassingly leaves the tatami.
Yeah. Well, she is happy, but
of course.
Yeah. But it was too obvious.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and why do you do this? It's you know that the penalty is directly on Sokomake. If you fall into a situation like this, this is what can happen, and it's not on purpose.
But standing.
Yeah, standing and just like look like that. That is.
Yeah, I mean, she actually chops down on the arm, doesn't she?
No, so she cannot complain about this one.
Now, to be fair, Kim did show a degree of discomfort when it first happened. Yeah, okay. This is a better angle here. by the time that Kim's going to her knees, it's too late. The action has already been applied.
She's not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah.
Okay, an unfortunate end to that particular contest.
Clumsy. Is that? Yeah, I think that's the right word. It's a bit clumsy.
Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category. No doubt that's going to raise a chair, because the home favourite, who dances his way into the arena, he hasn't stopped dancing yet.
Well, he had some energy left after the final.
The medals are being presented by the president of the Portuguese Institute for Sport and Youth, Mr. Vitor Pataco. The first of the bronze medals goes to L.A. Smith III.
L.A. Smith III, yeah.
From the United States of America.
I'm really happy for him.
There's a bronze medal also for Georgi Beriashvili of Georgia. Silver medal goes to Daniel Eich of Switzerland. Well, the gold medal goes to Jorge Fonseca of Portugal. No, sorry, I can't hug you.
No.
But I'll shake your hand. It's the same thing.
Yeah, well, that's what we are dealing with the last
absolutely.
2 years.
Happy days for Jorge Fonseca and the Portuguese crowd. He's done the job for them, hasn't he?
This lift in this shoulder throw was absolutely stunning.
He lifts him off his feet.
Yeah.
And now the national anthem of Portugal. There is nothing better than hearing your own national anthem and seeing one of your athletes on top of the podium at the end of a Grand Prix, a Grand Slam, whatever tournament it is that you're staging. And there are 4 reasonably happy people up there. I think Beriashvili is probably the most subdued, but there are good reasons for every one of them up there to be happy, including the man in the shot there, Jorge Fonseca. Time enough to bask in the good feeling that you get from the home crowd. Must be a terrific feeling. Right, we've got the first of the bronze medal contest in the plus 100 kilo category coming up next. Umbegnik Ndiaye of Senegal goes up against Martti Pumalainen of Finland. It's Ndiaye in the white judogi, Pumalainen in blue. And the referee in the middle for this one is Esham Mesbah of Egypt. Puumalainen, for me, is a promising young talent. He hasn't quite arrived yet, but this could be the cycle for him. Super heavyweights normally have a little bit more longevity in them than the lighter weights, and you can see them, you know, maturing at 28, 32. They're still getting there. And Puumalainen, I'm not quite sure how old he is. Dennis will
Yeah, he's already 24, so that's not really young, but...
yeah, just the time to start blossoming and start winning some big medals.
Yeah, well, last year we saw him winning a bronze medal in Zagreb at a Grand Prix. And 7th place at the World Championships.
That's not bad. See what he does at Europeans coming up. It's always a tough test. Plenty of competition. Georgia, Azerbaijan, Russia, France, you name it. There are quite a few of them. Germany. There's the Dutch. There's no hiding place. You go to a European Championship super heavyweight competition, you know you're gonna, yeah.
Strong Russians.
Yep.
Yep.
Two, you know, you can end up with 2 Russians in there, and Al Tasoyev and Bashayev. You know, where do you hide? 2 Georgians in there, you know, Dusishvili and whomsoever they send, you know, just impossible to get away from stiff competition. Germany have had a slightly thin time of it recently. Right-sided Cernaghi, not quite in the best position for bringing that off. Might have another go at that. A tall opponent in front of him. I wonder if the Senegalese has won the African Championships.
Yes, multiple times.
Before, okay.
He's a real big man.
He's
and
a man,
also a man with quite good judo techniques. Through Kokauri today for Ippon.
Yeah, we saw that, just taking him down. Just trying to set something up here, open up NDI a little bit. He does go back for the Cernaghi. Gets the lower half better, but the top half was wrong. He needs to connect both of those. Last time it was the other way round. He had the top half okay, but the legs were in the wrong place. Now he needs to get them both, get the timing right. If he does, we may see NDI take a tumble.
Oh, this is a big Ippon.
But it's Puumalainen who takes the tumble.
Yeah, well, how about this timing of this Osotogari? This is the first Grand Prix medal for Nadai. Yeah? This is a good win. What a nice Osotogari it was. Perfectly timed.
Puumalainen still looks shocked.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course. And it's really nice to see what, because this is a really big man, but this was a real explosive Osotogari, throwing a guy who's maybe 130 kilos like it was a feather.
Well, if anyone is in the right position to describe a super heavyweight Osotogari explosive, we've got Dennis van der Geest. So when we get the replay, here you are. It's all yours.
Look at that. Yeah, well. I also like the way with the 2 hands on the lapel. So that's for him the best way to, yeah, just dump him straight on the back.
It's all leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right leg.
Yeah, but you know, the timing was so good because the Finn just lifted up his right leg, wanted to make maybe an Osotogari himself.
You see the shock on his face as he realizes he's about to go over. just gets busy with the grips a little bit, and maybe not concentrating. Puumalainen's just in the process of moving his hands, and
yeah, but he also lifted his right leg, and that's why it was so perfectly timed.
Terrific finish. Bronze medal to the Senegalese. We've got a second bronze medal contest coming up now. Christian Konoval of the United States of America goes up against Sipoc Richard of Hungary. It's Konoval in the white judogi, Sipoc in blue. Referee in the middle for this one is Jose Ordonez of Honduras.
Small detail, this bronze medal for Senegal is the first Grand Prix medal they ever won.
Wow, wow.
That's good, eh? So a new country
on the list.
On the list.
Well done, Dennis. Well spotted. Well, I wonder why it is that Colton Brown wasn't in the chair for L.A. Smith III. He's suited up and he's out there for Konoval. I wonder if L.A. didn't have his own gi. That's the only thing. Because there's no reason why he wouldn't be in the chair for Smith and he's in the chair for Konoval. Must have been wearing one of our gis then. Anyway, didn't need him, did he? Did it without him.
Sipoc for me also a heavyweight that has, in my view, the skills to make one more step. He has some good judo techniques.
He has the tools, yeah?
Yeah, he's not that tall, he's not that big as a heavyweight, and I think he has to gain a little bit, not only in kilos, but in muscles.
Who was the last heavyweight that they had then? Was it Boer?
Yeah,
Boer Bana?
Boer for a long time. Before Imre Sos, of course, who's also working here with us in the IGF team.
That was clear, wasn't it? He must have heard that.
Konoval, 18 years old. Really young guy.
Dangerous.
Yes. Ippon scored by Sipoc. He's holding him to be sure that when they change it to Wazari, but
he had a good long wait.
Yeah. Yeah, you're sure? Absolutely sure? Yeah.
was a dip on, okay, then I let go of my opponent.
Yeah, I'm not going to change this, are you? Okay. So how old is Continental, did you say?
18.
18. Well,
18.
there's room yet
Yep.
for him, or time, I mean. But Sipoch it is who takes this particular medal, bronze medal here in Portugal.
So one more fight to go, and that's the final for men over 100 kilograms. It will be Nakamura from Japan against Kim from the Republic of Korea.
We'll just see a couple of highlights of this one, and then we'll move to that. There are the two fighters who will be battling out for the last gold medal. 19 and 21, they've never faced each other, and the Japanese team consists of national high school and university champions. That's who the team is. So they're not, you know,
and possibly that they stay. They will go to Paris and be the training partners for the Japanese team that will fight in Paris. And
a high-quality team as well.
A high-quality team.
The referee in the middle for this one is Gostini Balas of Hungary. He gets to close out the competition, taking charge of the men's super heavyweight final. And there is Nakamura. No, I beg your pardon, that is Kim Min-jung. There is Nakamura bringing up the rear.
Kim, 2019 bronze medalist at the Worlds, and then he was still real young.
Nakamura's got a real job on his hands here.
Yeah, he skyrocketed then, and but after that, for me, the last 2 years, I did not see a lot of progress with him.
In a couple of the contests that we've seen with Nakamura, it's looked as though he's working things out as he goes along. And I don't mean just, you know, picking things up. It's a learning process for him. He learns very quickly because he's won all of them.
Yeah, but he's having a hard time at this moment.
Well, it looks as though he was struggling in each of the contests.
In each of the contests.
And then he ends up winning them. He finds a way. Learning on the job.
Yeah, and you can see the way he fights that he's not that well known with foreign fighters. Of course, in his university or something, there are always fighters from abroad that stay for a few weeks for training. But you see, he has a real classical, traditional style of judo. One hand on the lapel, the other one on the sleeve, trying to look for Uchimata.
It was close. Good entry.
And in all his contests, there was every moment there was like this one situation where he had a chance to score, and then he did. This is a brilliant tip-on. What a finish of this final. It's Kim who wins the gold medal.
Set him up nicely.
Big man making a kataguruma.
Nice combination, wasn't it? He hadn't quite recovered from fighting off the first attack.
No.
Before he'd had to deal with the second, and he couldn't get off that one.
Well, and the crowd loves it. They're applauding for him. Because, yeah, well, this is a really nice way to end this Grand Prix here in Portugal. This was the final, men over 100 kilograms, and Kim won the final with an absolutely brilliant kataguruma.
Well, we were hoping for a good final block, and I think we got one, Dennis.
We've got for sure seen some really good judo. Uchimata, and then the other way with the kataguruma. Great combination.
We've got 2 awarding ceremonies to come, plus a highlights package after we see the highlights of this, so stick with us. We'll give you a rundown of the final medal table as well. Steps off the seoi-nage, but not off the kataguruma.
No, nice combination.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the events director of the International Judo Federation, Dr. Lisa Allen.
The medals will be presented by the events director of the International Judo Federation, Dr. Lisa Allen. Bronze medalists are representing the Netherlands.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Marit Kamps of the Netherlands. There's a bronze medal also for Amar Saikan Adiyasuren of Mongolia. Silver medal goes to Stécie Bastarod of France. The gold medal goes to Kim Hae-yoon of the Republic of Korea. They've had quite a time of it, haven't they?
Prize money will be presented by the board member of the Portuguese Judo Federation, Sir Raul Valente. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
And now the national anthem of the Republic of Korea.
So one more medal ceremony to go, and then the Grand Prix of Portugal is over. We had 3 days of good judo. Saw some strong fighters, some new faces, some unexpected medal winners, and also a crowd. And especially today, they had a really good time with the gold medal for Jorge Fonseca.
Get the feeling when you see that Parlati replay with the hand on the belt, he was just thinking about something else.
Yeah.
But Smink thought first.
Smink won the gold medal for the Netherlands, had a really good tactical plan, and that worked out for him, and in the end also with the score, his first gold medal at the Grand Prix.
Here we have top 3 countries in the medal ranking table. First place, Republic of Korea. 4 gold, 1 silver, 4 bronze medals.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the head refereeing director of the International Judo Federation, Mr. Jeon Ki-young. The first of the bronze medals goes to Siepert Richard of Hungary. I hope I've pronounced that correctly.
I think you did.
There's a bronze medal also
for Nadaya from Senegal.
Sorry, yeah, for Mbegnik Ndiaye of Senegal. The silver medal goes to Nakamura Yuta of Japan. But the gold medal goes to Kim Min-jong of the Republic of Korea.
Prize money will be presented by the General Treasurer of the Portuguese Judo Federation, Mr. Manuel Pinto.
This was the throw in the final. First attempt, Uchimata, and then changed direction with this katakuruma, low katakuruma. Very fast for a heavyweight. That brings him the gold medal.
Time for the family picture, as they like to call it. We'll also have a rundown of the final medal table.
Yeah, it's the Republic of Korea with 4 golds who leads this And then after that, the Netherlands with 2 golds, Portugal 2 golds, Croatia, Brazil, Republic of Moldova, Belgium, Uzbekistan, Kosovo, all won a gold medal. So 9 different countries that divided the gold medals.
Let's see if we can get that medal table put up there for you to have a look. There's confirmation of what Dennis van der Geest was saying. Korea topped the medal table. 9 in total, 4 gold medals. There's a good spread as well. 2 from the Netherlands, Portugal, and then Croatia, Brazil, Moldova, Belgium, Uzbekistan, Kosovo.
Krasniki.
Well, that's all the action that we've got for you from this, the final day of the Lisbon Grand Prix. Join us next week when we'll be in Paris for the Grand Slam. But from all
Saturday
the
and Sunday, it will be amazing. If you see all the really high athletes, it will be a real good Paris Grand Slam for sure.
Looking forward to it. But from all the broadcast team, Dennis van der Geest and myself, it's bye-bye for now.